I'm going to call the meeting to order, the Bradenton Community Redevelopment Agency Board meeting on Wednesday, May 27th, 2026. We will start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Do it slow.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You're just trying to get brownie points.
Hey.
And we were doing it slow.
Oh, my gosh.
Next item is citizen comments. Citizen comment will be accepted during the citizen comment portion of the meeting on any non-agenda item, future agenda item, or topic of relevance to the Community Redevelopment Agency of the City of Bradenton. Comments will be accepted on the public hearings at the appropriate time.
There are none, sir.
Okay.
Nope.
Hearing none, we will move on to the next item, which is the consent agenda. Do we have any comments or?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion to approve and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I don't even know how to say with one abstaining. Motion passes 4 in favor. Moving on to new business. Dr. Burton.
Just to let you know that we are currently looking at our grants program and how to make it work better, not only for the staff, but also for businesses coming into town. Recently, the city of Palmetto up the amount of their grant to $75,000 a year. Obviously, with inflation and the cost of materials and labor, that's not a bad thing to do. So in the near future, we'll be coming back with that. And just to let you know, like with all policy adjustments that we make, we will work with the attorney to put some type of 6-month clawback, anybody that had applied for a grant in the last 6 months, and then if we raise the number, they could come back and reapply for the larger number. So it's just, that's the way you do it, because otherwise someone comes in one meeting and they get so much money, and then they come back the next meeting and somebody else is getting more.
Right.
So you just want to make sure you cover all your bases. Chris, do you have anything? You passed budget adjustments. They included carryovers that we have in each of the CRAs. We put money into grants just to make sure we always have enough money in grants, in the land, and into some other areas that we know we're going to spend money on. So that's taken care of with the consent agenda. Todd, do you have anything?
I just want to give you a heads up that we applied for a grant to enhance our freebie service and make it, hopefully if we receive the grant, we can go 7 days a week and potentially expand our vehicles coverage as well. So that is in the hands of FDOT right now, and as soon as I hear something, I'll let you know.
So that's where we are, addition to freebie. Also, just so you know, there was a really nice article in the paper about Love Park. It's ironic that comes up this week because we received our bids in through the city purchasing department, and we have 2 bids. According to city policy, which by law the CRA has to follow purchasing policy, that will come to the city council because of the amount of the bid, and I think that they are putting it on a July agenda. So as soon as
Can't we get it on the
Yeah, why is that in June?
Because they're still working out the contract. It was just awarded not that long ago.
So, and we preliminarily awarded it. It's
This
just,
is Endless Love Park, is what this is.
It's not as bad as Minnie Rogers.
well, I will say this,
Not the person.
that a few years ago, the state legislature had an amendment to the CRA statute that said the CRAs will follow city purchasing policies. That being said, we do, obviously. That being said, that with the CRA board approving something and then having to go to the city, if the city board decided that that was just overkill, then they could change their purchasing policy to address things like this that would help speed us up a little bit. It would shave probably a few months off of what we do. We would still have to put it out to bid and things like that. It's just that extra last formality. This board approved it, and then the city council approved it, and obviously you see the irony of the overkill on that.
Yeah.
But it's all right.
What if, would it be possible to go, because there was a time when they were not the same sitting boards,
Right.
and it didn't have to get then approved, but there was like a 2-week period where you could veto it, or what, I forget what it was.
Right, you're right.
What if we did something like that with,
You know,
because,
now that you mentioned that it wasn't the same board at one time, I understand now why that's in place. Because if I was on city council, I would want to see something that was over $1 million, for I could see it. We can come up with something that it's obvious that this board,
to streamline it a little bit.
yeah. And as we go through processes like this is the first big project we've done since I've been here. We run into these things, and we would love to streamline that for you. I will tell you, it will mean an amendment to the city's purchasing policy where we have a caveat in there about CRAs. That way, we're meeting the full letter of the law. Nowhere does it say in the statute that, you can't do that. They just probably weren't thinking about that during their, discussion of it, so.
Does it have something to do with notice for the body?
Um,
Would that be a problem? Like, it doesn't matter that the public notice says that this is on a CRA agenda and not on a city agenda or something like that?
No, I think it just matters what the purchasing policy itself says.
Okay.
And right now, it says it has to come to the city council. But it's within the discretion of the city council, you can change it.
And you could say
Yeah.
something like, if the body,
Yeah,
if
if
the
the
boards are
members.
composed of the same membership?
Yeah.
Yeah.
do that.
So other than that, I mean, let's, like I said, this park, when under construction, the neighborhood will absolutely know it's under construction, because it's not just putting new equipment out, it's completely blowing the thing up and building it from scratch, which is a true redevelopment. At the same time, when it's finished, until City Park is completed, it will be the best park in the city because the CRA can fund it. So we're excited about that. And I was at the city meeting this morning about extending the contract on the Met 4, I think it is, or 3. I can't keep count of them anymore. And we will work with the city to come back with a solution. I understand wanting to really promote workforce housing. So we will figure out a way. Plus, we'll probably go over this in staff meeting to make sure we can show you the numbers so you can see exactly what it costs, what the CRA is putting in, and how much more we would put in. One thing you will need to consider that's not in our purview is if you have an affordable or workforce housing project outside the CRA, you might have the EDC look at that for you.
That's a great idea.
Yes, it is. Make them work.
But what about that for CRA?
So, other than that, we're good. If you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer them, but we will have, that's the end of our meeting.
Okay. No other discussion?
No, I feel like that's very short.
It is.
Meeting is adjourned.